I, 38 male, been with Madison, 35, for 3 years. We met at a corporate event. She works in luxury retail management. I'm a senior project manager at a tech company. Good money, not great money. Comfortable middle class, you know? Madison always had expensive taste. I knew that going in. Designer bags, shoes, the whole 9 yards. Cool with me. She made decent money, spent how she wanted. I'm more of a drive the same truck for 10 years type guy. But lately, something shifted. Started hanging with new friends from her Pilates studio. All married to investment bankers, surgeons, tech executives. Suddenly my Toyota Tacoma was embarrassing. My clothes were dadcore. My apartment was giving bachelor vibes, even though she helped decorate it. Last Tuesday, we're having dinner at her place. She starts scrolling her phone mid-conversation. Babe, Brittany's husband just surprised her with a Birkin for their anniversary. That's nice, I said, cutting into my steak. Do you even know what a Birkin is? Some kind of purse. She laughed. Not a nice laugh. Some kind of purse? Jake, it's like the most exclusive handbag in the world. They start at $30,000. $30,000? For a bag. See, this is what I mean. You just don't get it. Get what? Spending a year's car payment on something to carry your wallet. She rolled her eyes. Never mind. Thursday, I'm at work when my buddy Trevor texts me. Yo, you see Madison's Instagram? I check. There it is. Picture of her and her Pilates crew at some wine bar. The caption, when your boyfriend doesn't even know what Birkin means, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, hashtag middle-class mindset, hashtag time for an upgrade. My stomach dropped. Not because of the Birkin thing. Because she hashtagged time for an upgrade. The comments were already flowing. Brittany, girl, you need a man who speaks luxury nail polish. Another friend, some guys just don't have that vision, babe. Madison replied, starting to think you're right, ladies, 100 points. I sat there for maybe 5 minutes. Then typed my comment, but I know what single means. Went straight to Facebook. Changed relationship status to single. My phone exploded within 3 minutes. Update 1. The meltdown. Madison called 23 times in the first hour. I didn't answer. She went from Instagram to text real quick. Jake, WTF. That post wasn't about you specifically. Why are you being so dramatic? It was just a joke with my friends. You're seriously ending us over this? You embarrassed me. Everyone saw your comment. Take it down now. Meanwhile, I'm watching her Instagram story. She's frantically deleting posts. The Birkin post, gone. The one from last week complaining about my basic restaurant choices, deleted. The one making fun of my truck, vanished. Then came the damage control post. Some people can't handle a little joke. Toxic masculinity is real woman tipping hand. Her friend Brittany commented, men are so fragile these days. I screenshot everything before she could delete more. Trevor texted, bro, she's having a complete meltdown in the group chat. He sent screenshots. Madison was ranting to her Pilates crew. He literally ended our relationship over a joke. 3 years down the drain because of his ego. I gave that man the best years of my life. He's probably been looking for an excuse. Then Brittany. Honey, you deserve someone who can actually provide the lifestyle you deserve. Madison, you're right. I've been settling. That's when I knew I made the right call. Friday morning, she shows up at my apartment. Full designer outfit. Fresh blowout. Looking like she's headed to a photo shoot. Jake, we need to talk. No, we don't. You're throwing away 3 years over one post. No, I'm throwing away 3 years because you publicly disrespected me to impress your shallow friends. They're not shallow. They just have standards. Standards that apparently I don't meet. She tried switching tactics. Tears. I love you. You know I do. I just got caught up in the moment. You got caught up in wanting a different life. One where your boyfriend buys you $30,000 purses. That's not. I mean, would it kill you to want nice things? Madison, I make $95K a year. I save, invest, plan for the future. If that's middle-class mindset to you, then yeah, we're done. You're being ridiculous. All my friends' boyfriends. I'm not their boyfriend. I was yours. Past tense. She stood there, tears ruining her makeup. You'll regret this. Doubt it. She left. But this wasn't over. Not even close. Update 2. The escalation. Saturday night. Madison went nuclear on social media. Full victim mode activated. Facebook post. When you support a man for 3 years and he dumps you over a joke. Ladies, never date down. They'll always resent your success. Instagram story showing her crying with some quote about knowing your worth. Twitter thread about financial abuse in relationships and how some men weaponize their insecurity. The best part? She started a TikTok. I kid you not. Dancing to some breakup song with text overlay. POV. Your ex couldn't afford the lifestyle you deserve, so he left you. Her friends were eating it up. Queen, you dropped this crown. His lost babe. Bet he's crying in his Toyota right now. That last comment pissed me off. My truck's paid off and runs perfect, thanks. But here's where Madison screwed up. Remember those screenshots I took? Time to set the record straight. I made my own Facebook post. Simple. Since there seems to be confusion about why my relationship ended, here's the actual post where my ex publicly mocked me for not knowing about $30,000 handbags. I ended things because I deserve a partner who respects me, not one who treats me like an upgrade opportunity. P.S. I sleep great in my paid-off apartment and drive my paid-off truck with zero shame. Victory Ann. Attach her original post and all her comments agreeing she needed an upgrade. The tide turned immediately. My mom commented, raised you right. Never let anyone make you feel less than. Her cousin, who I'd helped move twice, wrote, wow, Madison, this is who you really are? Even some mutual friends started calling her out. Madison's mom called me. Jake, honey, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gotten into her lately. These new friends. It's okay, Mrs. K. She made her choice. You were good for her. Grounded her. Apparently, she didn't want to be grounded. Monday morning, the real consequences started hitting. See, Madison forgot something important. Her LinkedIn was connected to all her social media. Her boss, the regional director of the luxury retail company, she saw everything. The posts about trading up, the middle-class mindset comments, all of it. Madison texted me panicking. My boss wants to meet about my social media presence. Did you contact my work? Nope. You posted it publicly. Actions meet consequences. This could affect my job. How could you be so cruel? I didn't post anything about you. Just offended myself with your own words. Take it down. No. She tried calling. I didn't answer. Tuesday, things got interesting. A number I didn't recognize texted me. Hi, this is Charles Wellington. I believe you know my wife, Brittany. Could we talk? Holy, Brittany's husband wanted to talk. Update 3, the plot twist. I met Charles at a coffee shop Wednesday afternoon. Dude rolls up in a Bentley, wearing a suit that probably costs more than I make in a month. I'm thinking this is going to go badly. He sits down, orders black coffee, and says, your ex-girlfriend has been a problem. Excuse me? Madison. She's been filling my wife's head with toxic garbage for months. Brittany used to be happy. Now nothing I do is enough. The Birkin I bought her, wrong color. The vacation house, wrong location. It's exhausting. Sorry to hear that, but I saw your post. What Madison wrote. What they all wrote. My wife called you basic for driving a Toyota. You know what I drive when I'm not trying to impress clients? A 12-year-old Honda. Because I'm not stupid with money. I laughed. For real. Listen, Jake. I looked you up. You're smart. Project manager. Good career trajectory. No debt. You know what Madison is? A retail manager living paycheck to paycheck, trying to cosplay as wealthy. She's 35 with no savings, max credit cards, and delusions of grandeur. How do you know all that? Brittany tells me everything after 3 wines. Madison owes her $2,000, by the way. That was news to me. Charles continued. These women are creating this echo chamber of entitlement. They're convincing each other they deserve billionaire lifestyles on middle-class incomes. It's delusional. What are you going to do? Already did it. Brittany and I are starting marriage counseling. I showed her your post, Madison's comments, all of it. It was a wake-up call. She realized how cruel they were being. Good for you, man. Here's the thing, though. Madison's not done with you. Brittany showed me their group chat. She's planning something. Planning what? She's going to show up at your job. Make a scene. Try to embarrass you into taking her back. Are you serious? Dead serious. Friday at lunch. She's bringing her friends for support. I thanked Charles and left with a lot to think about. Madison showing up at my workplace? That's next level crazy, but also predictable. She couldn't handle losing control of the narrative. Thursday night, she texted from a new number. Jake, please. Can we just talk? I miss us. I didn't respond. Friday came. I gave my boss in security a heads up. Sure enough, 12:15 p.m., Madison shows up in the lobby with 3 of her friends. Full glamour mode. Designer, everything. Flowers in hand, like she's in a rom-com. Security stopped them at the desk. Ma'am, are you here for business? I'm here to see Jake Thompson. He's my boyfriend. He's not on your visitor list. I'll need to call up. Security calls me. Mr. Thompson, they're the Madison here claiming to be your girlfriend? Ex-girlfriend. And no, she's not authorized to come up. I watched on the security monitor as they told her. Her face went from confident to shocked to furious. This is ridiculous. Jake, I know you can hear me. Stop being a child. Her friend started filming, probably for TikTok. Security stepped forward. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I'm not going anywhere until... Ma'am, leave now or we call the police. They left, but not before Madison screamed. You're making a huge mistake, Jake. Huge. The security guard looked at the camera and shrugged like that was weird. My boss called me laughing. That your ex. Unfortunately. Bullet dodge, my friend. Final update. The aftermath. It's been a month since the Birkin incident. Here's where everyone ended up. Madison lost her job. Not officially for the social media stuff, but her performance tanked after the drama. She was encouraged to pursue other opportunities. Last I heard from mutual friends, she moved back in with her parents. Her Instagram went private, but someone showed me a post where she's selling her designer bags to make rent. The friend group imploded. Charles and Brittany are actually doing better after counseling. She cut off the toxic Pilates crew and apparently apologized to him for how she'd been acting. He sent me a text saying thanks for inadvertently saving his marriage. 2 other husbands reached out to thank me as well. Turns out Madison's upgrade your man philosophy was causing problems in multiple relationships. Madison tried one last desperate move. She sent a letter to my apartment. An actual handwritten letter. For pages of word salad about soulmates, destiny, how I misunderstood her, how she was just pushing me to be better, and how she deserves another chance. The last paragraph was the kicker. I realize now that true luxury isn't about labels or brands. It's about love. And what we had was real Louis Vuitton, not some knockoff. Did she really just compare our relationship to a handbag? Even in her apology? I sent the letter back with a note. Return to sender. Address unknown. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. My mom had the best take on everything. Son, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. She showed you she valued appearances over partnership. You showed her you value respect over relationships. You both got what you deserved. The universe has a funny way of working things out. Last week, I met someone at a bookstore. She was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, driving a 10-year-old Civic and reading a book about personal finance. We grabbed coffee. She laughed when I told her about my truck. Paid off? That's hot. We're taking things slow, but she's already different. When the coffee shop forgot her order, she laughed it off. When I suggested a taco truck for dinner, she said, perfect. When I mentioned I shop at Costco, she asked if I had a membership card she could use. Madison unblocked me yesterday to send one final text. I see you're dating down again. Good luck with that. I replied, I'd rather date down with someone who sees my worth than date up with someone who only sees my wallet. Good luck with the job hunt. Then I blocked her for good. Life lesson learned. It doesn't matter if you know what a Birkin is. What matters is knowing your worth. And that worth isn't determined by your ability to buy overpriced accessories for someone who publicly humiliates you. To all the guys and girls out there dealing with partners who make you feel less than for being financially responsible, you're not boring. You're not basic. You're not settling. You're smart. And somewhere out, there is someone who'll appreciate that you have your priorities straight. Peace out. I'm taking my new girl on a date. In my Toyota. To Costco. Because we both need bowl paper towels and honestly, their hot dogs are undefeated. Edit. Since everyone's asking. Yes, Madison saw this post. She created a fake account just to comment that I'm still bitter and clearly not over her. Lady, I'm over you like my truck is over 150,000 miles, completely fine and running better.